Algebra 2 Honors Cram Study Guide, Exam 1, Flashcard 4, Write a quadratic function in factored form. Okay, so what we have to do is change the polynomial f of x equals 24x squared plus 44x minus 40 completely to factored form, okay? So the first thing that we can do is factor out a 4. And after we factor out 4, the polynomial that we're left with is 6x squared plus 11x minus 10. Okay, so now we're going to work specifically with the polynomial inside the parentheses. We're going to temporarily ignore the 4 that we just factored out, okay? So this portion I'm really excited about because the technique that we're going to use is called factoring by grouping, okay? So we have to find two numbers. Let's just assign the variables u and v to these numbers here. Okay, I'm not going to illustrate the u and the v, but u times v has to be equivalent to a times c. A times c, okay. Our a is 6 and our c is negative 10. Therefore, u times v has to be equivalent to negative 60. And the second stipulation states that u plus v has to be equivalent to b, which is 11. So I went ahead and, ran a list of different factors and found two numbers that met these two stipulations, okay? And again, u times v has to be equivalent to a times c, which is negative 60. So the two numbers that satisfy these conditions are negative 4 and 15, because negative 4 and 15, when you add them, you get 11. You get b, okay? So now we're going to do the actual grouping. So what we're going to do is group ax squared with bx. Okay, no, I said bx. What I meant to say was ux, and we're going to group c with vx. Therefore, we don't have to rewrite the middle term bx, okay? That's funny, that stands for the Bronx. Anyway, so here we have our ax squared, our 6x squared, minus our u numeral here is negative 4, minus 4x, plus 15x, that's our v numeral, minus 10, minus our c, okay? And so if we were to combine these together, we would realize that we have the same function. All right, so we really didn't essentially change anything. And don't forget, we're temporarily ignoring the 4. Okay, so now we can just do normal factoring. We can factor out a 2x from the first group because 2x is a common factor to both 6x squared and 4x, and we can factor out a 5 from the second group because it's common to both 15x and 10, okay? So when we do that, we get this, 2x times 3x minus 2 plus 5 times 3x minus 2. How convenient, all right? So now we can factor out the common term 3x minus 2, and we wind up with 2x plus 5 times 3x minus 2. Well, don't forget this is not what f of x is equivalent to because we have to include our 4, okay? So using factoring by grouping, we were able to completely change f of x into factored form, okay? I know it was very sequential and there were a few steps, but it's definitely easy if you get another problem like this. It's really straightforward, all right?